Hello guys, Christian here from TCU Buzz, and I'm going to show you my Sun Dragon deck profile. You guys been asking for it, and here it is. Ta-da! I'm just kidding. Alright, let's get to it. Body is Shining Sun Dragon Bal Dragon. And then, yeah. So, I run 3 copies of the original Balle Soleil. And he is a very strong card. 7/7. Oh, it becomes 3 crit when he has a soul in him, and all damage done to you is reduced by 1 if he has a soul. Also counter, pop a center if you pay a gauge. And he has double attack soul guard. Alright, and then I run 4 copies of the Buddy. When during final phase, you can gain a gauge. Also, when he attacks, he gets plus 5,000 power. He has Penetrate and Soul Guard. The Soul Guard really sells me because it's the first ball that I see that has Soul Guard. So you can get your Dragon Force out with no problem, and not to worry that your opponent kills your ball before you equip a Dragon Force. And then I run 2 of Swordsman of the Sun Bal Dragon. When he enters the field, drop a soul, and when he link attacks with another Sun Dragon, pop a monster, which is so strong. It's very good and very fun. And then next for my size 2s, from the Pro Shop tournament promo, Mikado Family Hooligan Bal Dragon. Just like Swordsman, but different. When he enters the field and your opponent does not have a monster in the center, deal a damage. And when this card link attacks, pop an item or spell. Thumbs up. Alrighty, and then Impact Monsters. 2 copies of Bal Dragon with Ball Weapon combination. My favorite Impact Monster as of now, at least in Sun Dragons. And during the final phase, stand your item, and if they both link attack, they get plus 1 crit and Penetrate, which is most of the time I go for it for GG. Have you seen it before in other matches? It's awesome. And my final size 2, Bang Dragon, just to get my size 1s back from the drop zone back to my hand, so I can keep him. That's pretty much it. All right, enough for the size 2s. Let's go on to size 1s. First off, I run 2 copies of Burning Rapier Dragon. On link attack, you draw a card. And then I run 2 copies of Awaken Bal Dragons, so I can pick up my items from the drop zone if they end up there. Or, to equip a Dragon Force also, because he's a size 1 Bal Dragon. So, also I run 2 copies of Shake Hands Dragon, so when a card stands on the field by an ability, either get a gauge or draw a card. Alrighty? And then I run 4 of the staple Flarefang Dragon. Alright? When he enters the field and there's another Sun Dragon, get a gauge and draw a card. Very good. Once per turn, though. Alright, now for my size 0s. Run 2 copies of Mera Blade Dragon SD. When the monster is destroyed on your opponent's field, gain a gauge and a life. And then 2 copies of Flarefang Dragon SD. Gets plus 3,000 power if there's not a monster in your opponent's center. And when you pop a monster or destroy it, you draw a card, which is awesome. Good synergy with Balle Soleil right here. Now for the spells. I run 2 copies of Dragobond. If your monster on left or right will be destroyed. Counter, prevented from leaving the field, and you gain 2 life. Then I run 2 copies of Dragonic Exchange. One of my favorite cards for this type of deck, because I always end up gaining a lot of gauge mid-game, and then I just, you can gain a gauge, and then you search your gauge to get a card from the gauge, but then you have to discard a card, and, you put it in the gauge from your hand. So you grab a card from your gauge, and then you put a card from your hand into the gauge as a exchange. See? Then I run 2 copies of Bal Support. Gain 2 gauge and 2 life if there's a Bal Dragon on the field. Alrighty. And then I run 2 copies of Bal Rescue. You can use this to gain 2 gauge, or if you have a Bal Dragon on the field, you can return a Sun Dragon. Yeah, 1 Sun Dragon monster from your drops into your hand. So you can return a Balle Soleil from the drop zone, and boom, your field is ready. Now for the rest of my spells. Run 2 copies of Sun Dragon Shield, get a gauge and alive, and if there's a Sun Dragon in the field, that's the only way you can cast it. And then if you have 2 Sun Dragons in the field, the card cannot be nullified. And then I run 4 copies of Blue Dragon Shield, gain a gauge, nullify attack, gain a gauge, and 4 copies of Green Dragon Shield, nullify attack, gain a life. Standard. Now for my items. I run 3 copies of Sunfist Bal Guard. Pay gauge and life, equip it, and then cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effects. Counter, you can pay gauge and put this card in the drop zone to prevent your Sun Dragon from leaving the field. Yay, which is pretty good, and it's awesome. And then I run 2 copies of the new Dragon Force Style of Impact. Yes, because this one's, they put the wrong name, though it sounds pretty cool. Also, I run 2 different versions of it, BR and regular. I really like this Dragon Force. It synergizes very well with my deck in the end, with Bal combination, weapon combination, Balle Soleil. You can equip it if you have a Bal Soleil also, so which is very cool. And I can keep going. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's my entire deck. Leave a like, comment, hit the bell for notifications, and above all else, stay classy, y'all.
We want to thank our sponsor, Frost Giants Games, for making this show possible. Frost Giants Games is Wisconsin's game store of choice for board games, Magic the Gathering, and other card games. Check them out at www.frostgiantgames.com.